Pooja, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And it's always great to meet more and more women founders. So why don't you first tell us कि आप किस चीज़ के बारे में आपका स्टार्टअप है और आप किस टाइप की प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व कर रहे हो in today's time and how long has it been?
Okay. So Abhi to we are just 2 years long, and so it's a conscious consulting firm. What we do is we focus on building high performance teams, but we have a lot of neuroscience based programs. That's how we do it. The idea is to create a positive behavioral change from inside out. बहुत बार क्या होता है कि हमारी टीम बहुत स्ट्रेस में होती है, बर्नआउट्स हो रहे होते हैं, रिटेंशन का प्रॉब्लम है, but we're constantly focusing on the hustle, and that's the buzzword as well in startups, right?
Yeah.
But how do you do that more mindfully, and how do you create a coherence between your heart and brain? So the performance also goes up, and at the same time people are not feeling frustrated, or people are not feeling that I need to be out of here.
Right.
So we ensure that people are driven by empathy, but at the same time they are aligned to the business objectives as well.
Right. So are these more like one-on-one sessions, or are they like group classes, or how is it actually done?
So these are intervention programs, and our focus is on teams because we create high performance teams. So the focus is on getting more and more teams involved. But we work with teams as small as 5 people strong as well, and we have gone as big as 500 as well. We do not have a standardized process because we don't think it's a one shoe fits all strategy. Every company is very unique. So it's more like a Cinderella's shoe.
Yeah.
Like whatever you need, we develop everything as per you.
customize it.
Yeah, it's very
Understood.
customized.
And how big is your team?
We are 7 to 8 people strong right now. Yeah.
Right. And do you train the HR people in those companies also, so that maybe some things they can do on their own going forward, or is it a completely hand-holding sort of business model?
So it's a process that we go through. Initial, there's a lot of hand-holding, and we do work with HRs if the companies have HRs. A lot of time people do not even have HR. Startups do not have that. So we work directly with the CEOs and the founders. But after a while, we do not want to be a bottleneck as well. So we try to ensure that the team is running efficiently on its own.
Yeah.
So we eventually become obsolete in the team.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
So I think rightly said, and I'll pick up from there where you said कि HR नहीं होता सब हर स्टार्टअप के पास, या बहुत हुआ तो एक कोई होगा रिक्रूटमेंट के लिए, maybe something like that. So in those sort of scenarios, do you see companies prioritizing services like this? Yeah, does it take a back seat, and then when the time comes it sort of plays in, or is it a more red alarm sort of thing? हो गया कुछ and then they will call people like you.
You know, I often call myself as the dentist of the industry.
Okay.
Because doctors के पास लोग regularly जाते हैं when some minor thing happens, but dentist के पास लोग तभी जाते हैं when you know there's a root canal or now they're losing the tooth. So it's always an alarming situation most of the time. Pooja, people are leaving, the employees are not engaged, there's burnout. So I think that if you're able to cultivate a habit of either being more mindful of your actions every single day, you do not really reach to that point. But there are some people who have learned it the hard way that you do not really have to reach to a point of like the alarm to engage with us.
Right.
There's always, you know, and at the same time, you know, I work with people whose head is at least above water, because people who are struggling to raise funds and people who are completely focused on building something right now, they do not prioritize mental health. So they're like कि hustle करके पहले let's create something, और जब हो जाएगा then once we have funds, जब पैसे होंगे तब करेंगे. So that's a trend I have observed. So even for people who have very low budget, we have some very specific programs so that at least mindfulness and gratitude and kindness is integrated in the organization when they try to grow. Not because, not purely from the empathy standpoint, but also from the performance standpoint as well.
Got it. And what are the range, what is the price range? I mean, my reason to ask is so people know if they can afford, and if they can, then what is the spectrum like?
It's a very wide spectrum, you know. We have given services which costed less than 1 lakh a month as well. And we have given services where, you know, our annual contract was up to 3 CR. So depending upon what kind of intervention programs you have, are you planning on training your leadership separately and employees separately?
Yeah.
What is your focus? What is your growth map?
Right.
So it's very diverse like
right.
that, you know.
No, that's very helpful. And how do you measure success, and in how much time can we actually measure success?
It takes at least 6 months because it's a change management program that we offer, and to visibly see and feel the change, you need at least 6 months. And the programs go from a year to 3 years to 5 years as well.
And this is a pure service business, right? And
Right now,
is
yes.
there-
Right now, yes. But I am planning to get into enterprise tech. We're trying to find at least some threads of standardization where we are able to see that, okay, you know, these are the 5 things that everybody needs regardless of what they're doing. So let's try to standardize some of them. And we're also trying to integrate the performance metrics, like you said, that, you know, how do you integrate this entire thing into their KPIs so they can visibly see in a more quantitative manner that this was the overall evidence that the program worked.
Like what an example could be, something that can be seen in 6 months, what would that be?
So you will see high retention, you will see more employee engagement for sure, and these are all qualitatively and quantitatively calculated as well. You will also see the productivity overall, which we calculate through our team utilization matrix that we have. So how you're utilizing the team versus how much they're producing. So you're able to see that as well. So like I said, you know, when you create a high performance team, it's a holistic growth. You also see a lot of change in the culture and the demeanor and the people talk and the way they think. So a lot of thought evolution also happens in the process.
Right. Interesting. And what type of industries have mostly used services like these? Not just in your business, but overall in the industry?
So although we are sector agnostic, but we have seen that corporates are really keen on getting these because they have budgets for it. But there are a lot of MSMEs who have started reaching out to us now, some unicorns who are interested in what we do. And they have seen results as well, you know. So most of our work we have received through reference.
Got it.
So I haven't really kept a tab on Consi industry here.
That's a good thing,
But,
to get work from reference. I mean, that tells a lot, definitely.
So far we have spent $0 on marketing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing because it's a pure service model, it must be profitable right now and you're healthy, like a healthy business, right? Okay, that's great to know. Pooja, anything else that you would want to tell about the business to prospective founders who might be watching the show?
Sure. I would just say that if you want to engage with us, you do not really have to come with a problem statement that this is what's going on. Even if you just want to figure out that what is the overall engagement score of your organization, just give us a call. We do it for absolutely free, no cost at all. What comes later is what we charge for. That if it's not healthy, the engagement score, then we offer our services and interventions. But if you just want to calculate what your employee engagement score is, just reach out to us and we'll do it for you for free.
Great, excellent. I think wonderful talking to you, Pooja. And like I said, lovely having more and more women entrepreneurs on the go. So all the best for your startup,
so
and
much.
we hope to meet again.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.